I said to expect another video of the same capacity after Gojo vs Sukuna Round 2 ended, and now that it's finally over, here is that video. This section is just a little bit shorter than the first section of the fight, with it only spanning from chapter 231 to chapter 235, as opposed to the first section that went from 223 to 230. I'm going to cover the entire second round in a breakdown format, and just like last time, there are some misconceptions that I'm going to clear up first before getting into that. As always, I'd like to ask if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you like JJK content, and I'd really appreciate it. In my last video, I incorrectly stated that domain expansions turn off curse techniques. I used this point to poke fun at Sukuna's domain for seemingly not negating curse techniques. After looking at things again in the manga, this doesn't really make sense. Let me explain. I based most of my argument off of the fact that Kenjaku mentions that domains neutralize curse techniques, the fact that Naobito and Nanami were only seen using their curse techniques inside of Dagon's domain after Dagon's barrier was disturbed by Megumi's domain, and Gojo stating that attacks would bypass his infinity inside of Jogo's domain. However, I ignored the two different times that Sukuna used curse techniques inside of another domain. He summoned Maharaga one time inside Yorozu's domain, and then another time inside of Gojo's domain. This sort of makes me believe that when Kenjaku says domains neutralize curse techniques, he's talking about the fact that the attack deployed in the domain will always land, not that the technique itself is turned off. Taking into account that to expand a domain, you have to imbue your curse technique into a barrier, and we've seen characters do that while inside of a domain, and literally in one of the examples I mentioned earlier, that being Gojo expanding his domain on Jogo, I no longer think this way. To mention as well, it kinda doesn't make sense for Sukuna, who has one of the best domains in the entire series, maybe even the best one just simply due to refinement and the ability to summon it without a barrier, for him to not get that advantage of a domain. Now, on to round 2. Chapter 231 starts with Kusakabe asking the students who has taken a serious punch from Gojo. Yuta replies that he's not sure if it counts as serious, but he once applied the limitless curse technique to striking him, and Hikari says same here. Kusakabe then explains to us that at the moment of contact, Gojo uses blue to boost his fists that are already reinforced with curse energy. Hikari gives us insight on what a punch like this feels like, and he says in addition to boosting power, it feels like receiving a counter punch, even though he's just punching you like normal. Then Hikari and Yuta both admit that when they were hit by the punch, they threw up. Yuji has a flashback to Nanami, where Nanami is telling him that if he plans to continue being a sorcerer, he shouldn't compare himself to Gojo, because powerful strikes that would be difficult for him to pull off are like simple jabs to Gojo. This sort of puts some of the durability of the disaster curses in perspective, and in hindsight makes sense. When Gojo grabs Jogo's hand, he does the hand sign for blue while striking his chest, and Jogo claims that it's not just an attack imbued with cursed energy, it's something else and he just wants to understand it. Kusakabe tells us that he has no idea what Gojo is going to do next, and we cut to the fight where Gojo is literally dragging Sukuna throughout the city like a rag doll. After that, there are a couple of references in this fight that I think are pretty cool. He uses his curse technique to make the debris around Sukuna attract him and form a ball, similar to how Sasuke uses planetary devastation. Although, to be fair, this is also very similar to a move that Piccolo used in the recent Dragon Ball Super Superhero movie, and it does look a lot more similar to that than Sasuke's planetary devastation. Sukuna bursts out of the ball and Gojo goes for a kick that doesn't land, but there appears to be a blue in the sky, and Sukuna gets an extremely worried look on his face as Gojo's next kick comes and he activates domain amplification, as you can see by the wheel going black, in order to evade the kick. Then he does a front flip and all of a sudden Gojo is behind Sukuna with tons of shadow clones. This looks like Killua's rhythm echo, and I think given Akutami's love for Togashi, that's probably what this is, but it could also be Dragon Ball's after images or Naruto's clone jutsu, since the clones don't appear to be tangible. Gojo tries to come at Sukuna with a punch from behind, but Sukuna catches it and punches Gojo while still using domain amplification, but Gojo blocks it and is sent flying. He stops on a nearby stoplight and Maharaga's wheel turns one time, and Gojo says that when Sukuna uses domain amplification, Maharaga's wheel turns black, which means the adaptation is interrupted. He then explains Sukuna can't use domain expansion but can still amplify because the damage on his brain was focused on the part of barrier techniques. Sukuna also has a feeling out moment when he says Gojo is only using blue because he doesn't want Maharaga to adapt, which makes sense. The stoplight switches to green, so Gojo and Sukuna rush at each other and seemingly meet in the middle. Gojo pulls the stoplight with blue and Sukuna grabs it and throws it at Gojo, but it's stopped by infinity. Gojo informs Sukuna that Maharaga's wheel must turn 4 times in total to fully adapt to his infinity, or as Viz words it, inviolability, which just means to be untouchable. Sukuna claims that's when he'll wipe the smirk off Gojo's face, but Gojo says he doesn't need that much time to kill him. Yuji and Angel wonder if Gojo has forgotten that he's supposed to be saving Megumi, but Kashimo says that's okay, he can go ahead and forget. Chapter 232 starts with the second wheel spin, which means 2 more left until Maharaga has adapted to infinity, but Gojo doesn't seem concerned. Gojo amplifies his hands with blue and starts using pillars to attack Sukuna, which Sukuna ducks out of the way of and jumps to another pillar. Gojo forms 8 blues around Sukuna and closes them in, but Sukuna dodges and the blues start to surround him again in the air. Gojo comes up from behind, but Sukuna notices and tries to counter and kicks, but Gojo catches it and responds with his own, sending Sukuna flying into one of the other blue attacks, which takes a chunk out of his ribcage, causing Maharaga's wheel to spin a 3rd time. Yuji wonders if Maharaga's adaptation is a processing thing or if it adapts as it gets hit multiple times. The characters in the manga never give a definitive answer to this and only say that simply both are possible. I don't really feel comfortable giving a specific answer to this either, since the series doesn't, and to be fair, what is shown and how Gojo is constantly assaulting Sukuna, both are indeed possible. But for the last 2 cycles, they both happen directly after Gojo lands a blue attack on Sukuna. Gojo, chasing Sukuna, who is still flying from the kick earlier, says he now's got a pile it on since Sukuna thinks he's only going to use blue. The timing will stop him from adapting to this, and this he's talking about is red. Gojo launches red through a pillar and Sukuna reacts and blocks it with domain amplification, as shown by the wheel being black. It still burns some of his face and hands, which is impressive, but I'll get to that in a second. Gojo says he used amplification to minimize the damage, but even if he amplifies to negate the low output in neutral limitless, he can't fully negate blue and red. Sukuna says Gojo is sloppy and asks if he's panicking because he saw through the attack, but Gojo says red from earlier hasn't exploded yet. This means that Sukuna, even through his domain amplification, was damaged by the residuals of red, not even the full explosion. After this, red hits Sukuna in the back full force and it's revealed that Gojo had red swing around through the building before actually striking. Gojo rushes towards Sukuna, charges up with a right punch and lands a black flash right on his chest. Sukuna's eyes go completely white, all 4 of them, and he's knocked out on his feet as Maharaga's wheel falls from his head. This is what I was talking about earlier when I said the wheel turned the last 2 times directly after a limitless punch. But the wheel turns on the ground as Gojo is sunken into the shadows while Maharaga grabs him and slashes his chest. Chapter 233 starts off exactly where the last one left off, and Yuji is saying even if the Shikigami had adapted, it only puts Sukuna on an equal footing with Gojo, since now his infinity is down but he can still heal. Shoko informs us Gojo's healing is slowing down from lowered reverse curse technique output, and the same is true for Sukuna. Even though the opponent was the king of curses, said to be the strongest in history, a thought nobody considered possible began to spread. Satoru Gojo could lose. Gojo himself was aware of that prospect. Gojo asked when was the last time he's felt like this, and he thinks of Toji as the obvious answer. Yet along with the signs of defeat came an undeniable feeling of satisfaction. Being the strongest sorcerer came with a sense of isolation, so the source of his present sense of fulfillment was, and the obvious answer is Sukuna. Gojo rushes Maharaga, punches him twice and hits him with an open palm strike to the stomach, causing Maharaga to spit up blood. Gojo recites incantations to raise his output back up, phase, paramita, pillars of light, and just before he launches the blast, Sukuna wakes up and uses rapid escape to save Maharaga. Gojo taunts Sukuna, asking if he's still hurting from Black Flash, and tells him it's time to come out of hiding, and he launches the red anyway. Chasing Maharaga down, Gojo deduces incorrectly that Maharaga is on the offensive since it adapted to Affinity, and that Sukuna is on the defensive so Gojo doesn't destroy it, and he's making an opening so Maharaga can attack. Sukuna throws a fire hydrant at Gojo, and amidst the smoke he starts using the piercing blood technique application on Max Elephant's water, and since Maharaga turned off Infinity, the attack reaches Gojo as he dodges another attack from Maharaga. Gojo then deduces that instead of merely providing support, Sukuna will also attack when Mahoraga negates infinity. That means it's 2 against 1, and Sukuna is using Shikigami power without summoning the Shikigami itself, which requires skill on Gojo's level. Gojo then tells us that Sukuna can't use Shrine and 10 Shadows at the same time. He may have been able to simultaneously draw on Shikigami besides Mahoraga because he's adapted to infinity and has enough resources left over for a curse technique. That means adapting to red will take time compared to blue. Sukuna says don't get the wrong idea, it's not 2-on-1, uses a Nue totality and says it's 3-on-1, and he summons Merge Beast Agito. The Shikigami tried to hit Gojo, but Gojo just dodges. Sukuna tries as well with another piercing blood, but Gojo again just dodges. Gojo tries to strike Sukuna, but Sukuna also dodges. Then he tries to hit Mahoraga with the red, and it lands, but it doesn't do too much damage. Gojo says it's not just because his output is low, he only had hit it once with red and not even directly, so Mahoraga's adaptation may not be all or nothing, but instead happens gradually. That leaves one way to erase Mahoraga in a single blow. It takes time and Sukuna is wary of it, that's why he keeps attacking instead of adapting to red, but there's no other choice but for him to finish this with an unlimited hollow technique. Chapter 234 starts with Yuta wanting to join the fight, then an argument ensues, but the part of this that needs to be discussed is when Kusakabe and Hikari say Sukuna must be holding back a killer move, and if they go out there he might unleash it, and then say Sukuna can't afford to unload everything he has, but Gojo can fight unhindered. This carries the best chance of success. A lot of people took this to mean Sukuna is holding back on Gojo, which is just stupid. The trump card or killer move is probably in response to other people jumping in the fight, as just giving everybody a hint, not everyone has infinity, and even with that, this is Kusakabe and Hikari's theory. It's not confirmed. And even if it is true, the trump card working on the rest of the Jujutsu High people does not mean it would work on Gojo, who is so much stronger than them that him fighting alongside them would be a nerf to his side rather than them helping him in the battle. Even in this weakened state with a lowered output and no domain expansion, along with having infinity being adapted to. So let's move on, ignoring that nonsense interpretation. Agito and Mahoraga are chasing Gojo, who then lands another black flash on Agito's stomach, but she just heals it up and tries to attack Gojo with her tail, but Gojo just rips it off. Gojo tells us this Shikigami is made up of Nue, Great Serpent, Tiger Funeral, and Round Deer mixed into it. The key is Round Deer's regeneration. It hasn't adapted to Limitless, but the condition for him to win is to destroy it in one hit, the same as Mahoraga. Mahoraga slashes rocks at Gojo, then throws his blade at him from above, which starts cutting into the ground. Gojo notices this and wraps his leg around Mahoraga to swing him in front of the blade that Mahoraga blocks. Agito runs up with lightning, but Gojo just expels it, then punches it in the face after telling her she's just repeating herself. He doesn't want her to heal Sukuna, so he needs to prioritize destroying her. Sukuna, who is literally hiding in the shadows, says that it's fine for now as long as Gojo doesn't use purple. He says the purple from earlier had an output of over 120% with some kind of binding valve. He however got away with losing 2 reinforced hands when taking a direct hit at just under 4 kilometers. Neither of them is at full power, but if Gojo lands a hollow purple even at 100% at this distance, it would be fatal for Sukuna. Then we see Mahoraga's wheel turn and he makes a slash fly just like Sukuna does. After landing on the side of a building, Sukuna finally comes out from hiding and lands his first solid hit on Gojo in the entire fight with a kick to the side where he is now missing an arm. Just saying. As Gojo is sent flying, Agito appears behind him and punches him in the back of the head. Gojo basically doesn't care and tells her that this whole time she hasn't been able to keep up like the others. He punches her into the building and then hits her with a maximum output blue and blows it up in one shot just like he said he would earlier. 41 seconds from now, for the second time, Gojo's hollow purple will cut through Shinjuku, as Gojo's arm heals from the cut that Mahoraga dealt earlier. Chapter 235, a second black flash. Gojo Satoru's intensity has gone up. The king of curses, Ryoma Sukuna, felt nervous for the first time in 1,000 years. Gojo rushes Mahoraga and hits a third Black Flash. It's entirely possible he speed blitzed Sukuna here, since Sukuna was behind Mahoraga, but then he runs back in front of Sukuna, who throws a punch, but Gojo just catches it and then throws him back into Mahoraga, who protects Sukuna from Gojo's fourth Black Flash. Gojo starts chanting again, phase, paramita, pillars of light, a spark. That is the curse energy that swells up within a sorcerer just before the activation of a curse technique. Prior to the activation of a domain, a sure hit technique, and other powerful techniques, there will be, without exception, a spark. Even Gojo Satoru, with his immense cursed energy efficiency, is no exception to this rule. This is all the more true for his hollow technique Purple. Based on the incantations and the scale of cursed energy, Sukuna judged that the spark before his eyes was that of the cursed technique reversal Red. His judgment was by no means incorrect. Sukuna says he'll have Mahoraga take the hit this time and adapt to Red for good measure, but instead Gojo launches it into the sky. Sukuna looks scared again and yells at Mahoraga. By merging the lapse and the reversal, hollow technique Purple is formed, producing an imaginary mass that rushes forth. Ahead of the Red that Gojo had fired was the perpetuated technique that had crushed Agito, Blue. Red falls to a standstill before exploding, similar to the red that circled the building to strike Sukuna from behind. Mahoraga was ordered to prevent the two from merging, going towards Blue, which it could completely erase after having adapted. Running through Mahoraga's mind was the standalone thought, fulfill orders. Traveling at a rapid speed using the attractive force of Blue, Gojo Satoru barged his way in between Blue and Mahoraga. Blue chooses its target indiscriminately, its attraction not affecting the adapted Mahoraga, which made Mahoraga's adaptation now backfire. As Gojo lands an uppercut on the Shikigami, Sukuna appears behind Mahoraga, clapping his hands. Before it merges with Blue, Sukuna spurs the explosion of Red with piercing blood. Gojo punches Sukuna on the side, but Sukuna says he was too slow. Gojo calmly, without hesitation, starts chanting the incantations for Blue. Phase, Twilight, the Eyes of Prajna. Recited within a short period of time, Blue activated with restored output following the incantations. Swallow Sukuna's piercing blood. 9 ropes, polarized light, Crow and Shomyo, the gap between within and without. Before it launches, Yuta thanks Kusakabe for stopping him from going to help Gojo, because if he was there, Gojo couldn't make this move. Gojo launches his unlimited hollow, not aimed at anyone, just set to explode, and Mahoraga's wheel is disintegrated. Sukuna is shown to us on the ground with one hand being super damaged. Gojo says even though the hollow purple without aim hit him too, there's a difference in damage, and he guesses that's because it was his own cursed energy. Kusakabe says in contrast to Gojo having his RCT output back from Black Flashes, there's a damaged Sukuna whose healing is slowed, and he lost Mahoraga, and he's unable to fight in hand-to-hand without using domain amplification. So it's Gojo's win. The editor's statement then confirms this, saying the battle result of the strongest is engraved in Shinjuku. Gojo won the fight.